Hi there everyone, this is Tracy from Lavinia Stamps and welcome to another demonstration. So we've got our lovely little mouse here over our Druid's pass and we've got some nice foliage going down the sides. So this is on watercolour card and I'm using the elements as a background, and then all this lovely detail is going to be using the Posca pens. I'm going to get started, I think, with the Sundance. So yellow's always a good colour to start with, and then build your brighter and your darker colours around. That's your base colour. And now we're going to stamp the Druid's Pass, and that's using the Nocturne. And we'll pop that down here, making sure that we've got enough room for our little mouse at the top. Give that a good press, remembering you're stamping onto watercolour card, so we need to give it a little bit more time just for that ink to soak into the texture. And we've got all that lovely detail, and that's just because we've given it a little bit more time on the card there. So let's grab our little mouse. And then we're going to ink him up in the black, holding his little lantern. He's going to be our main focal point there. I did think that it would be quite nice to have a mouse on the other side as well, so you can always play with that idea. There we go. And now I'm going to ink up the twilight, and we're going to pop this down the sides. Don't worry too much about overlapping the bridge here, because we're going to bring in a much deeper colour around the edge that's going to hide all that anyway, so you don't need to worry about that. And we'll do the same on the other side. And we've got a lovely little foliage stamp that I designed to go around the bridge. Make sure I get that the right way, and we'll pop that just hanging down. We've got a couple of our little mini stamps here as well. Let's add that one first. It's just a little bit of foliage just to bring everything together. Actually might use the Warm Breeze for this one, something a little bit lighter. When you're using different colours, it does give you a good depth. And then one of our other stamps, I use this one quite a lot. It's a very pretty, delicate stamp. We can always add a little bit more later on, so let's just get some colour around the edge now. Got dark denim, so I might actually start with that. And just bring it in around the edge, a bit at a time. We can just add more and more to it, so you don't have to put too much on all at once. Just get that depth as you go along. Might just bring a little bit of the mermaid in. Very, very softly. Got a finer stencil brush here. This is the smallest one. And I'm just going to pop that under the bridge. And again, over the top. I'm going to go over that slightly as well. And then going back to the dark denim. Get that depth on the edges there and on the top as well. So I'm just going over the edges of the stones here and here, and that just gives that illusion of it being a 3D effect. Softens everything. All I'm doing is like a circular motion with these, you know, really getting in there, scrubbing round and round. These bristles are super soft, but they're also incredibly strong, so you're not going to break or bend them, and they just last forever. I absolutely love these stencil brushes. I'm now going to go to a darker colour again. This is Midnight Blue, which is a very sort of grey blue, and this is probably the darkest colour that we've got. So I'm just going to literally just kiss the edges of this now. And as soon as you get that depth, it pulls everything together. So you can see the difference now. You see that bit there was open, so the bridge sort of came to a sudden end. Now I've blended that darker colour, it just joins it all together. So I'm just going to use one of our clean colour brushes. This is the orange one. Just to go around the edge of the light there, giving it a little bit of a glow. And now it's orb time. So we've got the orange, the glitter one. So let's pop a few of those about. And got the yellow glitter, and I'm going to pop that along some of the stones. Now you might not be able to see what I'm doing here, but this yellow glitter one is absolutely fab for highlighting. And when I get it in the right light, I'll show you. And I'm just going to bring a little bit of that over the top of our little mouse here to give him an edge where he's glowing to. Now I've got my normal yellow, this isn't a glitter one. And we'll bring in a few blue ones as well. And you can see how nicely they stand out against that darker area. I've got the white here now, and I'm going to bob a small dot in the centre of all the larger orbs that I've done. And this really does make a difference, making them look like they really are glowing. Let's put the light on, just in the lamp. A little bit of light. And just to finish it off, I think I'm going to pop a little bit of glitter around as well. So we've got our stickles. Perhaps we should go with the gold. We need a little bit of glitter just to make it, give it that little bit of magic. And this of course will really stand out against the black. And as I say, you don't have to use this particular mouse. You can use any of our mice or little creatures. You could use some hares. You could also put two of our little mice alongside each other, which would be quite a nice one. Maybe that will be my next card. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. You take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.